An elephant never forgets.
Quiet, quiet. Now, Dora, ducky, are you back? You were sick and lost your breath. Honey dear, let me hear. Quack, 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 quack. Granny Frog and Danny Frog. Where's that brother and sister?
Here I am. So am I.
Now, my children, are you here? Who is here? All right, children, you are here. Now, Mr. Mule, your
Mag-isa lang ang
memory
puto.
Teacher is a total up, and then they can't remember.
But an elephant never forgets.
Now got Gorilla, the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, I forget. Who cares? I don't remember.
But an elephant never forgets.
Every dumb thing must know something. Now, Rooster Joe, it's up to you.
But an elephant never forgets.
Now, Mr. Elephant, it comes to you. Tell them all what you must do.
I simply can't remember.
Quiet, quiet. Now do your best and I hope you'll pass. Master Turtle, you watch the class. Read it off, you mind. Pass out the bed.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? You're low.
There. Is it working?
It's okay. I scared away the one person that was watching.
Can we just start it?
Wow, I cannot hear you at all.
Live.
It's like parang whisper.
You can't hear me anymore?
Like may something wrong with your mic.
No, I think it's on my end. I think. Yeah, there's something wrong. I think I need to replace the cable.
Welcome to Gaming Gamers, episode 20, but it's not really 20 because I think we've been doing this longer. I'm just gonna filibuster a little bit while River fixes his mic. It's okay. I also have mic problems on occasion. It's a perfectly normal thing. Say you had a beautiful night with like your date, be it girl or like whatever you're into. and like you get to smooching, but pero like you drank a little bit too much, and then you can't get it up, and then it's just, and then the person says, "Oh, it's okay. I don't know what happens. You just had a little bit, a couple of
How
wine
about now? Is
coolers."
that okay?
That little bit, I can hear you, but like it's
Is
low.
it still
It's
really
low.
quiet? Oh, hold on. How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Huh? Just checking my. Yeah. All right.
Higher, higher.
There it is. It's my mic volume is like way down. How about now? Is this better?
I can hear you, pero medyo weird pa rin yung sound.
Oh my god, are you serious? What the
Ah,
hell
that's
is
better.
going
That's
on?
better na. That's better na. That's better.
Is this better? All right.
A little bit better. It's not unusual because you had the best mic out of all of us, and now it's like it's not.
I don't know what's happening. I mean,
It's
is
the
it because
planned
of echo?
obsolescence dahil ni.
Check. I'll just max out my volume. How about now?
Well, medyo sabog masyado.
How about now?
Can I hear?
Hello, check. One, two. Hello, hello.
That's
Gaming
that's
gamers.
pwede na.
Alright. God dang it. This is such an
You know
expensive
what?
mic too, and it's freaking I don't even know what's wrong.
Medyo higher. Sorry. Medyo it's
It's alright.
the levels are all whack.
What is happening right now?
That's better. Yung when you said that what is happening, medyo okay na yun. If you can maintain that
Hello?
same level.
Check. Mike. Hello. I don't even know anymore what's going
That's
on.
better. That's better. At
Alright.
least
As long
we
as I
can
can be
hear.
understood, I think that's all that matters.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, we all just want to be understood, you know?
that's a fool's errand. Like you should live your life. Uh,
A
ex-
mystery.
no, you should live your life expecting to be misunderstood, but understanding other people. That way, you don't get disappointed. If you have this set expectation that people are gonna understand your language, unless you're gonna be a perfect communicator, and I doubt that actually happens.
Do you know anyone that you would consider a perfect communicator?
Tignataro, she doesn't
Oh,
talk a lot.
that's a good choice, actually. So, this is the Gaming Gamers podcast where we talk about video games sometimes. Uh, we've introduced the show like three different times now.
Mm.
I guess we could get started by talking about our weekends and what we've been doing.
Okay.
I'll start actually. This is because I've been. Tomorrow is a big day for me because that's when Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out. So in that, what did you expect? You had like this
I
facial
don't know.
expression.
I don't know. Something
You thought it
else.
was gonna big like life career milestone. It's just when a game that I really looking forward to is coming out. But yeah, so Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out tomorrow, and in its place, in the Shin Megami Tensei 5 shaped hole in my heart, I've been stuffing it with different other games. Three of which are RPGs in some form, and one of them is an indie game that I actually beat because it's a very short and sweet indie game called Unpacking. Have you heard of that game, Unpacking?
No.
So it's basically an unpacking simulator where you play as this person's life as they unpack items from a box because they just moved in, and then
No, I fucking hate this.
they go through different stages of their life unpacking different things. So like you notice in the first one, it's when this person gets their own room. So they're unpacking their clothes, and it's like kids' clothes, and you got the stuffed toy, and you got a Tamagotchi. It's in the 90s. So you got like the Tamagotchi and whatnot. And so they're a kid. And then you move on, and then they're an adult. They're a teenager, and then the items are different. And then they move out, and then they find their own place, and so on. And it's all these different life stages. And then there's like this subtle story that's going on as you're unpacking this stuff, and I really enjoyed how it found a way to tell a story through like an interactive medium without relying on any dialogue or any. I mean, it's there's some context clues where like when you finish unpacking, you take a picture of your room, all fully like unpacked, and then the character writes like, just moved into my own room, blah blah blah. That's all you get, and they put it
Sounds
in their scrapbook.
so- sounds like the complete opposite of Metroid Dread in terms of storytelling.
Exactly, where it's because Metroid is a bit more overt, right?
Fucking tells you. I'll go.
Yeah, but I want to share just this one moment that really sold me on the game because I thought it was gonna be like, okay, you're going through this person's life stages, and then it ends. I thought it was gonna be like that, but they add a little bit of spice there. They add a little bit of a wrench in the system where you you get familiar with all these places that this person is moving into, and then one day you're suddenly in a totally different room. Because like as you go through this person's like so their childhood bedroom, and then they dress it up as a teenager, then they move out, they live in a college dorm room, and then they find their own small place, and you notice like their personality. They like purple, they like cute things, they're an artist, so um, they have a lot of art materials, and their style is very like art pop sort of bright, colorful like that. But then suddenly you're moving into this monochrome, like very modern sort of black and white.
They move into Jojo Mart.
They move into Jason Bateman's like apartment, like that style where it's just
So how
so
was it Jason Bateman?
where it's like it's just clean, black, white, monochromatic, whatever. And then your stuff like clashes with everything. You have like a very purple laptop, and then you have like your hangers are differently colored, while the person's hangers, the room that this person uh the owner of the room, their hangers are like all the same. They're uniform. They all wear these sharp suits and
Is
whatnot.
is this like ano? Is this like on the same level of Papers, Please? Ganong
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
storytelling.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's interesting.
So then you slowly piece it together. Oh, you're moving into someone else's house. This is like a partner that you're moving into, and you're trying to fit your life into where they are now.
I hate
And
this.
then then they're like you're having a hard time. Like the game makes it like uh purposefully difficult to put your stuff in because you're this guy has all this shit everywhere, and they didn't leave space for you. And they make space for you. So you have to like set apart some stuff. And then the most heartbreaking part is you have your college diploma, and there's no room anywhere in every room that you go through. There's no room in like the living room, your bedroom, nowhere. So
It's
the
funny.
only room is
I
you
thought
have to shove it under the guy's bed.
I thought you were gonna say na parang you have your college diploma, which means you wasted a lot of money and you're in debt.
That might be the case. But like yeah, so it's later revealed that you guys didn't work out. And I like how it showed that through the gameplay by frustrating the player on purpose. And that part was really sad. Like the whole diploma thing. I was trying to find, but he has all this shit on his walls. They couldn't, and you can't take anything down. So yeah, I had to shove it under the bed, and then that's that. That was the end of the level. And it was really good. I don't want to spoil the rest of the other stuff if anyone who might be listening wants to play the game. It's very short. It's like a few hours. I think it was like 3 4 hours or 5 if you like marathon it. But yeah, I really recommend it to anyone who likes storytelling in video games but is bored of just cutscenes.
I finished Amnesia, the first one. It was okay. I started with that. It's called the Chinese Room, yung team, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I love yung Soma kasi I loved Soma so much. So I went back to play
So
yung
much. I-
went back River. I'm trying to be mature here.
You know?
I went back to play yung first game nila with this, which is Amnesia. It's pretty good. Ganon.
Yeah.
Storytelling could be like whatever, pero
It
like
was groundbreaking at the time.
oh
Very
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, it was like it was a slightly more gamified walking simulator.
Yeah.
Ano, pero like maganda naman yung puzzles and
It
stuff.
had a goal.
I started playing yung sequel niya, Machine for Pigs, and it's
Yeah.
immediately a lot more scary.
Is it
Kasi
really? Okay, I mean the title already kind of says it.
well, kasi the first one was in a castle, and it's like okay, I'm okay. I get scared then, pero like okay, castle. The second one's in a house, a big house. Tapos para I'm in a fucking big house. I don't wanna. I don't
Where's
wanna.
the bear?
I mean, it's not as if meron kaming addict, pero like it's
Yeah.
also like I don't know. It's kind of scares me. Um, you know what I really got into, which
What?
is ukulele and the Impossible
Yes.
Lair.
Yeah. 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 Been. Oh, okay. The second one then.
Yeah, the second one,
Okay.
the good
I
one.
wanted to try that one actually because I hear it's good. Like it's
Oh, I
like
thought you played the second one. I
I
thought you
only
played
played
the
the
side
first
scroller.
one.
Oh, the side scroller is a 10 out of 10 game.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check it out then if that's the case. Because I looked at it and it actually kind of reminded me of Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
It's a lot better in the
Oh, okay.
sense of if you're sick of Donkey Kong, this is like an actual evolution of the format. I don't dislike Overworld anymore. It's actually
Yeah.
really clever. Um, the only problem, so the game doesn't have any bosses throughout the levels. Well, okay, the final level is already available to you, but you can't get through it if you don't have if, unless you do a perfect run.
Yeah, yeah.
Pero the
That's the
way
gimmick.
pero the way that you can get through it is you collect these bees throughout the levels. If you collect all the bees, it's easier for you to get through the run.
Mm.
Pero I'm at the final part. I have all the bees. I have all the coins. It's almost 100% now. Pero the final level has 6 stages, and you have to conserve yung bees mo. No, four stages, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's so fucking hard, even for like a guy na I'm really into platformers. It was easy yung collecting all the other stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very fun. But then you get to that final part, and I thought that you said that this was yung grindy level, but that you were referring to the first
I was talking about the
ukulele pala.
first one. Yeah, there was a miscommunication there because I
This
was wondering,
this
like, why
feels
is he
good.
having so much fun? It's like, oh, because it's the second one.
Second one is really good.
I hear it's really good. Yeah.
I want to finish it, but like I had to take a break because like I played it to death now, and
Yeah.
like it's not none of it's unfair. It's just very clever. It's what I don't like about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's actually it doesn't try hard enough. It's just a really good Donkey Kong.
I mean, I think that's fair to say, but because that's only the third Donkey Kong game I've played, but that's the one it's the only one I beat actually. I played a
If
bunch
you
of Donkey Kong games, but it's the one I actually wanted to beat.
if you play kasi yung third Donkey Kong, the one that is maligned that people don't like
Yeah.
with the um that's the first Donkey Kong I played sa SNES pa dati.
Oh, okay. That's the one
It
with
had
what's his name? The Junior Kong, Baby Kong.
yeah,
What's his name?
si baby Kong or whatever. Pero like it's got the overworld and it's got
Yeah.
secrets overworld. And it
Okay.
feels like sa ukulele it was that pero better. More like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Zelda like.
It's the same team, right? Rare.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
original
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Tapos it like I like kasi sa Donkey Kong it was just a straight thorough line of parang here's a level, here's a level, here's a level. And they're all good
Yeah.
levels naman. Pero with this one, you go through a level and then you go through a second version of the level and it's like Mega Man where like it completely changes.
Oh, where it changed.
There's
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
level kasi it's like yung overworld is like a Zelda like map, right? So like
Mm,
there's yung levels on this bridge, right? And then you
yeah.
open up the bridge and the level is vertical na. So fucking
Cool.
clever.
It's like Mario 64, like with the changing of the water levels depending on how you enter the painting.
No, that's bullshit. Yung bullshit compared to that. It's just completely. It's just so fucking clever. Like the way
Cool.
that you
Okay.
introduce like so you have 20 levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, pero it's more like 40 levels and like different versions of each of it. It's just I don't know. There's
I gotta
just
give it a shot. You're already overselling it to me, and I really
yeah.
want. I
I
want to
mean,
give it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might be overselling it, but like it's very. Yung problem ko with the tropical freeze, it's very mindless, because like the 4Ks in the level,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's. I mean, it's good. It's like
Yeah.
probably the best version of the old Donkey Kong thing, but this one is like if you're sick of all yung old Donkey Kongs, you should try it. Ganun.
Okay.
It's all
I get
good.
what you mean though with the mindlessness of like the Kong letters. They're kind of already where you're gonna go anyway, so you don't actually have to look for it. But they kind of save that for the puzzle pieces, but then the puzzle pieces don't even give you a good enough reward, so you don't really want to look for them. I get what you mean, yeah.
Mm. So I finished that sort of. I haven't finished the final boss.
Yeah.
Really good final boss, by the way. Like
Is it
the
still the
bullet.
guy, the bee, the busy bee
I
guy?
guess I just did not give a shit about the story that much. Like I tried to. It's not. It's like okay, but like I like them. You know, if I was a little bit kiddier, I'd enjoy it. It's not that it's bad. It's just I'm focused on the
On
gameplay.
the mechanics.
Pero like the final boss is really good. I really dislike yung bosses sa Tropical Freeze. I think
Really?
Donkey Kong never had good bosses.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Because it comes down to the same dodge the attack and then jump on them like three times
They're all just
sort of
random
thing.
fucking animals. The tropical theme. Like seriously. Dito, it's just one guy. Pero like he's got different patterns and it's almost like a
Oh,
Mega Man.
yeah, I was gonna. It's like Eggman in Sonic, where it's just Eggman, just in different things,
It's very
right?
good.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very interesting. I think they could make a better Sonic game sa tunay lang. Pero like yan,
Cool. Okay.
I like the way I like yung weightiness. That's the thing pala na I like about Donkey Kong. The
Yeah, I was
weight.
gonna say exactly. That's the same thing that that I instantly felt when I first picked up Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, the first like reboot Donkey Kong. Like how different it felt from Mario, because Mario is so floaty and fast. And I get that with the Mario games, it's all about momentum, building momentum because of how how much he runs and stuff. But like with Donkey Kong, the 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 platforming feels more purposeful because of how heavy he feels, and I actually prefer that.
Speaking of preference, I don't know what kind of intro
Oh,
that
guys.
is. It's Android.
Yeah.
What
Let
were
me
you
just
talking about, River?
Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
we're just talking about
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
I'll just finish up, and then I started playing Dread. And I remember telling si Andrew last week that I think it's gonna be shit. Sobrang bad. No? It's like a complete 180 from like a guy na, Metroid is really one of the best games ever. Now it's like, it's okay. I really like how good the game feels. I think this is like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze level of like enough yung
Polish.
polish, and
Yeah.
there's real evolution. Like the aiming is great, um, but I do not like at all yung story na they're trying to tell because it's the same fucking story every time, and I think that's a real problem with the. It's the problem with it's the problem with Aliens, the Aliens franchise. They keep fucking telling the same story over and over again,
Just in
and it's
different
like
ways.
yeah, and it's like I love Samus and all, but like I think Mario had more development at this point. I'm not even like,
Wow, really?
well, yeah. See, Mario has Mario Party. Like, there's like like Super Mario Odyssey. There's that
Okay,
recognition
fair
of
enough.
we
Yeah.
have this history. Ganon.
Mm.
So Metroid, it's more like, what else can we do with this? I mean, it's a Metroidvania. The idea of Metroidvania, you Castlevania and Metroid, those two games, right? Yung Symphony of the Night and Super Metroid. Sa side ng Castlevania lineage, there's been more development and more improvement upon the formula. Whereas a Metroid, it's really stagnated. So like games like Action Verge just feels like Super Metroid over and
Yeah.
over again. Whereas you could argue na sa Castlevania side, you have Symphony of the Night, then you have Dead Cells, then you have Rogue Legacy, then you have Hollow Knight, all completely different games, different feels. Yeah, Blasphemy in there. So it's like there's more to go. I don't know why, but I think the problem with Metroid is the basic formula of she has to be stripped down and she has to collect yung kanyang powers, and it's the same fucking thing over and over again. It's just this recursive loop of go here, go there, go there, go there. And I think they did it best to Super Metroid, and I think that's the when you think of something like Portal, when you think of something like The Last of Us, when you think of something like what else, God of War, those are all lineages of Super Metroid in that the gameplay tells the story, right? Yung
Yeah.
parang that's the interesting thing for me sa Metroid Dread. It's not doing that because there's too many cinematics.
I see
And
what you mean. Yeah.
it's interesting in that there are parts where it's more cinematic na parang it will cut in between na parang fast forward to like this is what you're gonna see, and it's cool, right? I like that. Pero then, you have the fucking beginning na you read a whole Star Wars, not even Star Wars, like yung where you're caught up to the past
You know
few
what it
Metroid
is?
games.
It's
It's
because it
bullshit.
took so long for this game to come out.
No one gives a
That
shit about your back
this is gonna be
history.
someone's first Metroid game, so they
Who
need
gives
like the
a shit that she
context.
went through like a fucking like I don't know. Who gives a shit that well who gives a shit na she who gives a shit about Zero Mission not Zero Mission, a Fusion.
Fusion.
No one gives a
Well,
shit about yung story ng
yeah, but
Fusion.
that's
Kasi
why
she has
because
amnesia now and nawala uli yung powers niya. It's bullshit.
no, she doesn't have mind amnesia. She has physical amnesia. That was
What's
the
her
explanation.
what's Samus's personality?
She's stoic and strong.
Is she or is she just ano? Is she just a reverse princess?
Oh, where she saves everyone else.
See, I think the interesting part is what's the shitty one that people hated?
Other M.
I think that had the better idea of like trying to develop si Samus, but people wouldn't let that happen because they needed her to be, they needed to have Super Metroid over and over again. And I think yung failings of Metroid Dread is calling back to all of the Super Metroid stuff. But it has more of polish and like really cool diagonals and stuff. I'm really enjoying my time with it, but I'm realizing now they have to stop doing the same story over and over again.
I noticed though that your complaints with the game are less technical and more so conceptual. I noticed like it's more down to the bare basics of what is a Metroid game, and more so than how the game actually feels in the moment to moment gameplay.
Here's the thing kasi, Metroid is not a good game.
The first one.
No, Super Metroid is not a good game. It doesn't know if it's a slow game or a fast game ever since Super Metroid. They keep thinking that it's a fast game. This is the first time that they actually made a good fast game. I would argue that the clunkiness of the Metroid and Super Metroid actually adds this feeling of exploration. And they just, I don't know, there's something about Metroid that they don't understand if it's fast or slow. I would argue that the braver thing to do is make it slower. I think that would if you really want to make si Samus helpless. But it's in the middle of parang is it a fun action game or is it a game that you explore?
I guess that's the sort of dichotomy of the Metroid identity that kind of does feel conflicting. Because, like, in one end, it encourages players to explore with all the upgrades and the secrets and the puzzles. But on the other end, it rewards you for finishing the game fast, which you can only do if you don't explore. So, like, it's kind of odd. I get what you mean, though.
Yun. So I think na I mean I
Yeah,
love yung game.
it's almost the same way dun sa Valkyrie Chronicles. Like it brings all of you the systems, these snipers, the strategy, and it only rewards you if you complete it fast enough. Like yung sinasabi ko yung scout method, like
Yeah, yeah.
put defense and offense as scout and just run to the finish line. Yun lang yung kadalasan sa
Actually,
Valkyrie.
it's funny you said that. I was actually gonna talk about a bit about because I started playing Valkyria Chronicles 4,
Yeah.
which is actually Valkyria Chronicles 2 when you think about it, because of how all the other games didn't really come out in any other system. But they
Yeah.
fixed that. They fixed the scout meta by adding the new grenadier. What's it called? The
Oh,
grenadier.
those guys suck.
You
Tama,
know,
yeah, you're
but
right.
they're there to counter the scouts,
Yeah.
because a scout is always out in the open. But if
Yeah.
if there's grenadiers present, you can't do that anymore
Yeah,
because they'll
kasi
kill you
they,
from
they don't
afar.
attack. They don't attack in turns. They just keep
Yeah,
keep on
they
fucking following.
yeah. If you pass by them, they'll automatically attack you. So I like that, and
Yeah.
the more I play the game, the more I realize that they're finally fixing stuff like that. The tank doesn't take 2 turns anymore; it's only 1 turn, and all that stuff. I really enjoyed because Giselle, you didn't finish the first one though.
It finished me. I'm done.
Okay, that's okay. I still would recommend 4 more so than 1,
Yes,
in that
definitely.
I'm only like in the 3rd or 4th mission, but I see myself like having more fun because I actually like the characters this time.
Oh, talaga?
The characters are great. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like
Because-
the guy with the machine gun.
Yeah, exactly. Like because in the first one they worship Welkin, even though he's like a wimpy guy who likes bugs. And that like they never show why they like him. They just do because he's the protagonist. In Valkyria Chronicles 4, the main character has to earn everyone's respect because everyone is like this hard-boiled, hardened soldier and whatnot. They grew up on the streets, but the commander is like this clean, bougie military graduate who graduated like top of his class, but he hasn't really seen action. But he's like a master strategist, so he has to earn the respect of his comrades, and they actually make you have to earn it through like a bunch of missions. It's fun. It's good. I actually felt motivated.
Did you get to the part where they give you a fucking armored car?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
No.
Dude, it has a lot more variety in terms of vehicles. Because before you just get the goddamn tank. It's more varied this time. Now you get a lot more. Yeah. I also love now they show the dichotomy in both sides of the war. Because you're
Yeah.
playing a dark hair here.
You
So,
are, yeah. I like that, and I like that the animal makes sense. It's just a dog. It's not some realistic pig with wings. It's just a cute dog,
Oh,
a
thank you.
cute Shiba Inu dog.
So like finishing up lang sa Metroid Dread.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
It's a very good game. Yeah, it's a very good game. People should play it. I did not regret buying it. Pero it's
I'm
more of,
excited
like,
for you for your opinions on the ending, especially. There's something about the ending that I
oh,
can't
she's
wait for
gonna
you
strip.
to. I don't
I
know.
feel like I'm being too hard kay Samus, but I feel like it's more if people aren't treating her right. Kasi, what do you feel about her when she dies? She becomes naked.
Her suit explodes, dude. That's what happens. Her suit
Yeah,
explodes.
That's what
exactly.
It
happens.
has to
That's
be
what
naked.
happens when you explode. You become naked, right?
Wait,
You know,
someone.
you've never played Ghouls and Ghosts, pare. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
that guy gets naked.
That guy's funny. That guy's funny though. Pero dito, it's like you're supposed to be badass. Tapos biglang pag namatay ka, oh! And it's like,
Kumakalas rin ba yung
I
armor
don't
niya?
know.
Yeah, her suit explodes, and then she's
cool,
wearing
that's cool.
like a zero suit. I
That's
mean,
cool.
every character in Soul Calibur's suit explodes.
Oh my god,
What are
yeah.
you?
Dude,
What's the
Ivy.
argument here? Na
I
parang Soul
don't know.
Calibur is like an empowering game. I mean, it's,
It's
fine
not.
naman.
It's the opposite of an
Alam mo
empowering
yun?
game.
I'm just saying, parang like you have all of this characterization, some backgrounds, and like all of this stuff, but like you do not flesh her out, and it's just it's fine. Ganun. I like you.
They
ano?
flesh
I like
her
your
out in the
ending.
comics.
People. I don't. I love Metroid. I just feel like this is a good start, and I want more from the sequel. Ganun. It's a really like mechanically they have it on lockdown talaga.
Yeah.
Have you played yung Samus Returns one?
The Game Boy one, or
No, yung
the 3DS one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it. It's good, but it feels like Dread, but really slow, and I don't like the counter in that
Weird.
game. It's hard to explain, but anyway, they just build on it because it's the same developers. But I want to hear Andren's weekend, what he's been
Weekend, sorry.
doing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really funny. I thought I finished Tales of Arise,
Oh.
pero I should have known it. Like I played RPGs a long time. There's this final boss and there's this extra final boss pa pala. Pero here's in my defense, I have played 100 hours of this game. Totally my fault. Totally my fault. Yeah, pero yeah. And you know what sucks sa RPGs, guys? If your main healer in any RPG, it sucks when your main healer gets captured.
Oh.
Kasi in this party, ang main ko, hindi si yung guy with the sword. It's another healer. So I am forced to play another character kasi dalawa yung healer niyo. I play the other healer. And in this one, your main healer, the girl with the gun, gets captured. And that sucks no when your main healer gets. Has that ever happened to you ever in any RPG?
I
Na,
think
fuck.
the closest one I can think of is, spoiler alert, in Dragon Quest 11. The main caster is gone from the party.
Yeah.
The main magic caster, but it's not the healer. So yeah. But you feel
It
that
blows.
void. Yeah.
Kasi it's things like, oh my god, like over-leveled na ako, pero ba't nababawasan pa rin yung HP ng character? Oh, wala pala akong healer. Yeah, that blows. Pero may extra chapter pa pala, which I'm very happy. More content for me. Yay. So may extra final.
I'm surprised that it's just 100 hours. Kasi weren't you like at 30 hours at chapter 2 or something?
Yeah, pero after that, I kinda, okay. I'm being crazy.
He's plateaued na in terms of levels. So
Pero yeah, and I'm trying to finish na all of it para ma-platinum ko. And I also played one game na ipa-platinum ko din yung Borderlands 3. Kasi in that game hindi ko na max yung character ko. After playing like two characters and finishing, whatever. Story blows. But I got into this deep rabbit hole of rare orange loot that I need to get. I need to get this. Kasi after you finish the game, it gives you a difficulty slider. It's called the Mayhem slider. So it's from 1 to 11. So medyo level 72 na ako. Medyo minax out ko yung slider to 11 to get those rare loot na yung I saw this one, it's called the Shredder, where it's basically 3 Gatling guns. And like, yeah, I need to beat this boss, and it has a 5% chance of dropping. So I'm just farming bosses at this point. It's crazy too. But it's fun. Borderlands is fun. The story stinks, and I think if you pre-order ko na yung Tiny Tina, Bunkers and Badasses.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that game. So basically, yun. Yeah, what?
Oh, so I think the one you mentioned is the DLC, right? Or
It's not. It's a standalone thing though.
oh yeah, they're releasing it as a standalone now. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know yung nandun si Andy Samberg or something?
No, I think that's Wonderlands, right? Or
No,
something. It's called
that's a
something
tiny-
else.
Yeah, Andy Samberg's in
There's-
that standalone.
No, there's Tiny Tina's Badasses and whatever. That's the DLC to Borderlands 2, and then there's Wonderlands. I think it's called
Wonderland. Yeah, that's the game. That's the game I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. Sorry.
No, but the Tiny
Oh,
Tina
pero
one.
that started from Tiny Tina.
Yeah, the Tiny Tina one, they're releasing
Okay.
it again as a standalone because I think it's
Yeah.
connected. So I think it's a cool way for people to catch up.
Yeah, and I also played the DLC one for yung Borderlands 2, and it kind of gets kind of heavy in the end with her dealing
Yeah.
with the
Oh
death
my
of
god.
Roland.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah,
That was
it's fun.
surprising.
Yeah, a good story from Borderlands. Yeah, and
No, because like the stories were good until Borderlands 2, and then after that they just
oh yeah,
stopped.
the twins. One of them sucked dick,
Ah.
dude. And one more unrelated gaming thing, and tapos na yung weekend ko is I watched this K drama series. It's called Itaewon Class.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
What's
Have
that?
you seen it? No. Have
No,
you
I
seen
haven't
it,
seen
River?
it. No.
It's
Give us a
Kinig siya.
summary. What's it about?
It's about this guy who beats up, who defends this bully. It's kind of like Persona 5 actually, who defends this loser from this bully. He punches the guy in the face. Apparently, the guy who he punched in the face, siya yung director ng corporation na pinagtatrabuhan ng tatay niya. So, when he punched the guy in the face, his dad got fired, he got expelled from school, and he got sent to prison. Yan yung basic crux of the story.
It's not
And it's
fair.
him just rebuilding his life from the ground up.
On top of him being Korean then. That's not really
Being
fair.
Korean sucks, pare.
It's so
I-
hard to be Korean.
Why'd you watch this? I want to interrogate si Andrew. Why'd you watch
It's on
this?
Netflix,
Why do you,
right?
why do you think so? Why do you-
It's got something to do with Twice.
No, it kind of does because I'm in the K-pop, K-drama thing na. So tapos na ako sa K-pop. Time to go to K-drama, K-horror, and then we'll end sa K-skateboarding kung may mga skateboard sa Korea.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Speaking of K-pop, I listened to "Alcohol Free" by Twice, and I actually quite like the song now.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Sino
That's a
stan
pretty
mo?
good song.
Sino yung stan mo?
I don't know
Let's do
yet.
this.
I'm not. I haven't gone that deep yet. But so far, they're very talented, and I enjoy
Sino
their
yung
music.
bias wrecker mo, man? Sino yung fucking...
Who's your bias?
Yeah, I
Jonghyun,
think
baby boy.
Jonghyun.
I love
She's
how
the one dun
fast
sa
you answer
video.
that.
Siya yung dun sa video, River, yung phone ginanyan niya. Tapos may fruits na lumabas.
Okay. She's really cute. I do like her
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell
yun
yeah.
lang yung
Okay.
weekend ko. Yun lang
How
yung
do they
weekend.
feel about like people finding them? It's probably great. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. When people find me cute, it's like, yeah, that feels good. So it's like if you have 1 million people finding you cute, that might be weird, but also
Yeah.
sometimes it felt
Also, like probably affirming. Wait, real quick before we jump into the main thingy, I forgot to mention there is this game that I played to before Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes out tomorrow. One of the games that I'm playing to satiate that hole in my heart.
Wait, River. I thought you
You
were
don't
done
even
now
like
with.
the last one that you played.
Yeah, I thought you were done now with Shin Megami Tensei.
Dude, I was done with that last month. This month, it's Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is coming out tomorrow.
It's a new one.
Every month, it's got to be a different Shin Megami and or Dragon Quest. But I've been playing Ys 8, Lacrimona of Dana, and
I
it's
saw.
it's
Okay,
excellent. It's actually really good, and I think it's the prime example of a double A JRPG, not a triple A, but like just the
Yeah,
run of
yeah.
the mill. Like
It's a very.
don't-
It's a.
they don't
Parang
have
double
like
A,
the
yeah.
budget.
Ganon.
They don't have the budget, but where they put the budget, where they put the effort, it really it outshines other JRPGs.
What's the
I have
feel
some
of
problems
this?
with it, River. Pero let's.
Okay, so you
the
played
positive.
it.
Yeah. I
Okay.
played the 8th installment. So
Yeah, that's what I'm playing. The 8th one.
yeah.
It's the one in the island. Or are you
Where you get
talking?
captured? Yeah.
No,
where
you're
get
thinking of Monstrum Nox. That's the ninth
Monstrum
one.
Nox. Yeah.
I'm playing the one before that.
Yeah.
It's so basically you get shipwrecked. It's an action or a JRPG, so it's open world, and then you just kill guys, and the combat is really good. It might be
Yes.
weird to say it feels like a fast-paced Dark Souls almost, where
Yeah.
you're rewarded for blocking at the right time or dodging at the right time. You can parry, you have skills, and then like different attacks have different enemies have different attack weaknesses, so you have to switch between your party members. So it's
Yes.
really fast paced. And the thing I love about the game right now, the story is kind of interesting, but what I like is that the loop of it, in that you get rewarded for exploring the map. So you go around looking for other survivors of the shipwreck ship, because you're stranded in an island. And as you're doing that, you're getting stronger because when you find a castaway survivor, they go to your settlement, and then they can become the blacksmith, they can become like the cook or whatever, and then they give you better items, better armor, and then that makes you in turn explore further and further because you can kill more bad guys, and that makes you explore more, find another castaway, and it's this whole loop, and it's so addicting because of how you genuinely feel like you're progressing as you explore, and it just the moment gameplay is really addicting because of how fast it is. You don't notice like you've spent hours just grinding. But yeah, I like the game so far. I'm not that deep into it yet, but I have been enjoying myself.
I love that with all the things because it's a Monstrum Nox ganun. But instead of a ship, it's a bar, and you save people
Okay.
from their own nightmares. So it's kind of that same loop. Then okay, I
Yeah.
saved this person. He becomes a part of the crew in this bar.
Ah.
Yeah. It's kind of it's
Okay.
a different setting. Lang. I like the combat, and it really rewards exploration in a way. Now, okay, I got this item.
Yeah.
Kasi people give you like special items when you collect feathers found around the map, and it's fun to explore because it's a Monstrum Nox. When you recruit a party member, you also get their abilities outside of battle. Yan rin ba sa 8?
Not really. It's more of
Okay.
like when you find like a castaway, they can help you get rid of debris that's blocking an area in the map. It's very rudimentary. But
Okay. Here's the thing lang. Sabihin mo kung nitpick ito kasi I think it's nitpicky kasi I'm such an asshole. Every character feels the same. I know it's supposed to. All of them are supposed to feel the same. Pero like parang when I switch a character, feeling ko lang nag-iba lang yung skin niya. Wala. Their HP is the same. How they move is the same. Unlike siguro sa Tales or sa ibang
You know what?
RPG.
I think I agree because like
Yeah.
I noticed because when you're playing as Adol, the main guy, he's like kind of fast, blah blah. But then you switch in 8 you switch between like this giant sailor. He's like really buff and he has a giant anchor, but he moves just as fast
Yeah.
as the main
That's all-
character.
That's my
Yeah.
only problem with that game. That's my only problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it's a good
that's
game.
it.
I was
I'm-
halfway through it now, pero Tales of Arise came out, so
Okay,
Had to
yeah,
put
you
that
know
in.
that's gonna be me. I'm kind of halfway, and then Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out tomorrow, and I'm definitely gonna talk about that next week. But yeah, so it's giving me this new appreciation for non like AAA JRPGs that I've kind of not given enough attention to. So I finished Neo: The World Ends with You. So I traded my copy for a copy of Trials of Mana, and that one is
That's a
another
good game.
The
one.
3D
Yeah,
one?
yeah. And I played a bit of it, and so far it's
The
pretty
original
cool.
one was great.
I heard the original one's really good, so I might get into maybe the Mana series. Might be my next Dragon Quest where I play every single one.
No, it's
Okay.
significant. It's significantly shorter.
Okay,
Dragon
then
Quest.
I like
Alright,
I
fair
like you ano. I like yung Secret of Mana a lot. I played it. I want to get into yung Seiken Densetsu 3 yun nga yung
yeah,
the
Trials of Mana.
Trials
Yeah.
of Mana one before going into the 3D one kasi that goes on sale all the time. So parang
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
interested to play the kasi it's got really good pixel art. Yun lang talaga.
I know it's beautiful. I saw it. There's this thing in the Switch called the Collection of Mana, and
Yeah, I have that.
it's on my wish list, and it looks amazing, especially Second Densetsu 3. It looks like Chrono Trigger in like the amount of like pixel definition, if that makes sense.
Do you think that the Secret of Mana is a mature game? How would you define a mature game?
You know what?
Boom, transition.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a chance. It could be. I never finished Secret of Mana. I actually don't really know the story because I played a bit of it as a kid, but I was bad at the game because I just kept button mashing where you're not supposed to.
What's the first game that you thought was a mature game? And how would you define a mature
Okay.
game? Like I'm really asking then because I have
Okay.
an
I have
answer.
one.
Go ahead.
I have one. It's a mature game because I was a horny teenage kid. You know the Leisure Suit Larry
Yes,
games.
the Legion. Yeah.
Yeah, I played
That's
that. It's
almost
basically
that's almost wholesome compared sa isasagot ko pero go on.
it's yung may minigame siya na where you're this sperm thing. It's almost all the minigames
Oh,
actually.
I know
Where
what
you
this.
dodge it. where
Is
you
this the
dodge
college? The college
Yeah,
one?
the college one.
Summa cum laude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was actually funny when I was playing it.
But is that a mature game or is that a juvenile?
Dude, there's tits. They show tits, but in that.
I know, pero that's like that's
He's
not,
talking about
like,
mature, like how people.
I mean, it's mature in terms of rating na parang kids can
Yeah.
play it. Pero like
He's
you know,
talking about
okay.
like when people talk about movies, some people talk about films. You know, like
I have one. Then more gory. You guys remember Nightmare Creatures for the PS1?
the one where you
No.
die, like you make cinematic for every time that you fall or you die.
Yeah, and
Specific
you're this axe wielding
Oh.
guy from the insane asylum. I love that game, dude.
Cool.
It's been a
What
while.
am I thinking of?
Yeah, I'm looking at the. Oh, I've seen this. People.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
say that this is like proto Dark Souls ish.
Mhm.
Oh, I
This
don't
looks
know
cool.
this game. I just saw. I know Discover, pero iba yung
It's
iniisip ko.
You
Okay.
get like a fear meter.
Pherometer.
Yeah,
No, pero
it's been a
how would you define like a mature game? Like let's go point by
Okay.
point.
Okay,
So
so
per person,
I guess well technically the first mature game I ever played was Prince of Persia Two Thrones. I think it was Two
that
Thrones
was
or
a
whatever.
mature game.
No, it's not called Two Thrones.
That's a
But,
new
like,
metal,
anyway-
that's the new metal version of like, Prince of
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
he got a
because I
sick-ass
was a
goatee.
fan. Yeah, exactly. Because I was a fan of Sands of Time when I was a kid. And
I
then
got so fucking disappointed no opening ng game na yun when she's bigla lumabas yung babae sa Soul Calibur. Yes,
because her
badly.
butt is like right there on the
What
camera.
the fuck happened to this game?
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
Yeah, that was the first thing. I know. I get what you mean though. Where like by mature you mean like adult. Like you have to have like adult comprehension to like really.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that was technically the first mature-ish game that I played where it felt where it was like I shouldn't be playing this. I'm only 13 or something.
pero
Um,
why? Because they had showed tits, ganun, or like,
Yeah, it was bloody. It showed tits. It was very different from the first one.
oh, okay.
But I guess when it comes to like mature, like you know, like it handles mature themes. I guess a good example would be I'm blanking. I was about to say like Arkham Asylum, but that wasn't really mature, I guess.
That's
But
kind of edgy, man.
it's more
No,
edgy.
it's-
I know. Freaking I know. The Telltale games. The Walking Dead. The
Oh,
first
that
The
is
Walking Dead
great.
Telltale game, where
Great one.
the ending is still one of the hardest like moral choices that I had to make, where throughout the game you're guiding this little girl named Clem Clementine, and you're essentially like shaping her like vision of what reality is. Do you protect her from the horrors, or do you make her like harden her soul to like the awful things that's happening around her? At the end of the game, because you're the main character, Lee, gets bitten by a zombie, you have the choice to either make her shoot you, or do you let yourself become a zombie and spare her from ending a life? And that was a very like mature decision, because it's like preparing kids for reality. I think that's like the metaphor. Do you make your kids go through like tough times on purpose so that they can be ready for difficult decisions when they grow up, or do you protect them? Like how much, like how far can you take a kid's innocence before they like get crushed by society and the reality of the world? But yeah, that was a pretty mature game, I'd say.
Yeah, actually, that's great.
That sounds horrible. I
You ever
mean,
play
like
that
in
one,
a
the
cool
Telltale
way.
ones?
It's fun.
Huh?
You
Have
ever
you
play the
played that?
Telltale Walking Dead games, or just any
Uh,
Telltale game?
no. I someday maybe. I was just not interested sa Walking Dead at all.
That's
Ganun.
okay. Yeah.
I hear na it's a really good game, pero then I see yung gameplay, tas parang I don't know, parang I'm on the
Just
fence. Ganun.
watch a walkthrough on this. You get the
Yeah, actually,
same.
you get the same thing. You get the same thing.
I mean, it's not your decisions, but it's still kind of more or less the same.
Uh-oh. River will
Uh,
remember that.
Yeah,
I
yeah. He'll say
I think
blank dislike that.
the first mature game na I played na well, you mature in the sense of rating wise. It was do you like horny bunnies? It's a hentai game. It's a
On the
hentai
PC,
dating
or
game. Hmm?
was it on
On the
PC?
PC.
Of
On the
course, it was on
PC.
PC.
Yeah, I installed it and I jacked off to it. Ganun. Pero, there's if I might be allowed, there's a lot of like romancing happening, and then you get to know all these characters. Tapos they do write the characters. Of course, I was 13 back then, so I don't know how it stands up. But there's personalities. I think parang there was this girl na she looked young, pero she was older, and then there's the opposite of her, and there's like the girl na parang ako. It taught me that um, women are trophies. I guess it's not a good day. Kasi parang yung tinuro sa like, collect all of the hentai. Ganon. Pero yeah, I think the, it dealt with some issues. That's the first mature game. I don't know what else to add to that. Maybe FF9 yung sunod. Such a jump. Pero kasi FF9 had such an existentialist bent with CVV na
Yeah.
parang I thought that parang that's like this is shooting above what's expected from the story. Kasi this story is just about a monkey boy killing God. Pero like you got si Vivi and you got yung Horrors of War. And I think for what it's worth, yung FF1 through 10, they had really big stories that wanted to tell about yung nature of humanity, and I like that. All of them, they're all really good. Um, and then you get into this rut na parang it's just about people with belts on their arms or something. Yung nangyari sa mga sumunod na FFs. Ayan. You guys got any other mature game?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
going through like a list right now, but you go ahead, Andren.
Mine was yung PS2 version ng Harvest Moon, yung Friends of Mineral Town.
Oh yeah, actually.
Kasi it taught me like, oh fuck, I can fucking live a life, get a wife, join events with friends. Like, it's so counterproductive to like kasi, di ko na kailangan lumabas kasi I have my own life in this video game. Yay. Pero yeah, Harvest Moon teaches that like yung sa mga, lalo na yung 2 na, yeah. Live your life the way you want it, free of choice, join events, make your daddy's farm make your grandpa's farm great again. So I like it's a very sad game actually. Sometimes like
Yeah.
pagdating ng year 4 and you see yourself getting older and goddamn. Yeah, that's Harvest Moon.
That's actually that's true. Like it's like kasi it's like such a satisfying loop na perfect naman nila, you know.
Yeah.
So they have to add in all of this other stuff surrounding it. So it's very interesting what it's every Harvest Moon is the same, right? Pero it's what
Yeah,
they
basically.
add.
Yung,
Yeah, it's what they add
it's-
na parang is pretty what's compelling. Like I like si sa Harvest Moon sa PS1, I like si Potpourri. Syempre gusto ko yung pink-haired girl. And like it's very interesting na parang it's a you it it forces you into like relationships with the town. It
Yes,
makes you like
to progress.
that's interesting kasi
Mm.
parang um it shows you that it's important to have relationships and you can't live just by yourself. Or else
Secluded, yeah.
yeah. So that is actually that's a very good point. Harvest Moon is an extremely
It
mature
fucks
game.
you up as a
Yeah,
kid. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
and when you get a child, di ko dinidiminish yung magic of childbirth, people. Pero I have a son, dude. I have like
Yes,
you
yes.
know what I'm saying? I have a
I have a
son.
son. Your
This is
cows get
mine.
sick. Yung mga ganun.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll add something. Say, Monster Rancher is
Boom.
mature in the sense that your monsters die, and I actually really
Oh,
got
there's
attached to the
permadeath?
monster.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
I had no
So
idea.
I got attached to like one of my monsters. Tapos I knew that he would die kasi there's a monthly cycle, so like there are dates. I know that
Yeah.
he would die on the 29th every time. So I froze him because I didn't want him to go away. It's very sad.
That's very.
Wait, you froze him like froze him like in an ice thingy?
Yeah, you can
Dude, like-
freeze them and then merge them with other. You know, it's like Shin Megami Tensei. It's like
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
River.
Yeah.
Giselle became Mr. Freeze, pare. He froze his wife, pare.
He froze his wife to prevent. Oh my god, you're right. Except he froze like a one-eyed monster thing. What did it
Yeah,
look like? Was it like the one-eyed
It's
guy or the penguin?
It's a
Random, eh.
Velociraptor one.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
I'm
very
trying to think.
sad kasi the way that it shows you that
Yes.
there's like a shooting star in the
Yeah.
sky,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh,
Oh
fucking
no.
monster
Oh, no.
died. Like, I'm going to the Olympics and you're dead.
Uh,
That's
Well, that
sad.
game was way too hard. Like some opponents can one hit you. That's
No, I don't.
bullshit.
I don't like that you can go to the Olympics and you kill every person, right? Every match, and then another fucking person in your team can fuck it up and hindi ka mananalo. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not. It's not balanced. Okay. How about you,
I
River?
think there's an HD like remaster of the first one or something coming out soon.
Yeah, I heard about that. Pero
Yeah.
ano
I heard
gagawin
about
mo?
I've been
Ano
eyeing
ba
those
yung USB
games.
mo for new monsters?
They're not good games though. Like
I used
don't know
to
if they're-
because I used to watch the anime without context. I had no idea it was a game. I had like a DVD set of the anime, and I was like,
The
"What
rap-
is this? What is this?
the rap-
What are these
The rap
creatures?"
slaps, the River. The rap slaps.
Yeah, I kind of remember. I vaguely remember the rap song in the show.
Like the
Sucks.
Monster Rancher show is an isekai, pero like the Monster Rancher game is basically Harvest Moon but with monsters.
Okay.
It's like a farm. Like like hindi naman siya exciting. Like you're living in a town and nagsasabong ka. I mean, it's basically that.
So you're in the
I mean-
Philippines. You live in Binondo.
Pare, every
What are
person
you
in
saying
a coma
about
is
people?
living an isekai, pare.
I'm trying to find like I've been looking through this like Reddit post of like what are the genuinely hardest like moral choices you had to do in video
Is
games.
Shin Megami Tensei not a moral game? Kasi isn't that
I'm
that
trying
the
so
whole-
hard
the
not
whole
to
thing?
mention that game.
It's high
It's
schoolers,
fine.
dude.
It's
What the
fine.
fuck?
That's
No,
fine.
no. Shin Megami Tensei Persona is high schooler. Shin Megami Tensei is like like grown men trying to play God. I guess okay. There's this moment in Shin Megami Tensei 4. So if you've played any of the games, there's always like this character that will represent an alignment, the archetype that represents. So like there's this goody two shoes person who's gonna be the law alignment. If you side with them, there's this like chaotic guy who like wants to get things done and sides with the demons. That's the chaos guy. And then there's gonna be a person that's gonna be like a little bit of both. Like I don't know what to choose, law or chaos. They're the neutral person. In Shin Megami Tensei 4, you grow up becoming like I forgot what they're called. They're like knights and they kill demons basically. and you have three friends. There's these two boys and this one girl, and then as you play the game, you realize like the two guys have very flawed morality systems. Like one guy, he's like, "Oh, these people of Tokyo, they don't deserve to live in the paradise that we live in. So let God smite them, and then we'll just live in our own paradise." So that's the law. And then there's this one guy who's like, "No, we need to free ourselves from the captivity of following God. So let's side with the demons." But that also means that only the strongest survive. So the weak people get weeded out. So like innocent children and people just die. So that's the chaos route. So like both of those suck. So I didn't know what to choose. But because of how the game doesn't show you what your alignment is, you end up having to choose, and then you have to kill one of your friends, and it's really painful because uh, there's this moment where I don't know how to explain it without it's more of like how it feels like in the game because of how the combat system works where like uh I don't know. I can start to explain, but you basically kill your friend. You kill your friend and it was really hard to watch because of how it's in first person and then it's I forgot how it went exactly, but yeah, it's because it forced. It was such a horrible moment, and it was there on purpose because it wants you to do the neutral route. It forces you to do the neutral route, but it's really hard to do. Anyway, I kind of like. It's hard to talk about this without actually showing the gameplay and like I
You need to set up a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh,
I know
kasi
I have to.
the game is like a first person dungeon crawler, right? In the
The fourth one isn't. It's third person, but when you do combat, it's first person. Oh, okay. I remember now. So your friend, I was trying to stall for time because I forgot how it went. So your friend
dude.
is like, I'm not gonna let you sully your blade and like do this awful thing and take an innocent life. So she kills herself. She stabs herself, and that was an awful moment for me, especially because I didn't want to kill her. The game kind of railroaded me into that choice because I accidentally picked one. I was mean to one person, but like way back in the game, and it made this whole repercussion because it takes scores. I don't like when games do that. When like morality system is just you were mean to this one person, so now you have to end the world. You know what I mean?
I
Have
wonder
you ever
if
played a
that's
game
more
like that?
realistic
Oh
or
yeah,
less
kind of like
realistic.
Undertale, River.
Oh
Huh?
yeah,
Kind
exactly
of
like Undertale.
Undertale. Fucking
I
that
was
game.
thinking of Undertale. It's not necessarily mean or no. It's more of like I can't beat the final boss if I ate the pie,
Yeah.
and it's not fair that I
Yeah.
have to start all over again.
You know what's another awful one of that? Have you guys ever played the Metro games, the Metro 2022 games, Last
Interested, but
Light?
also
They're
not.
great. They're genuinely well written, amazing games. But the second one, so those games have multiple endings. They have a good ending and a bad ending. The first one, the first game and the third game have good and bad endings. Like no matter what ending you get, it's gonna be good. It fits the story. But the second one's ending is so bad when you have the bad ending, and I was so pissed off because how the game works is it doesn't tell you what is a good choice and what's a bad choice. Like some of the good choices is like you played the guitar, that's a good choice, or
Wow.
stuff like that.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't
It
know.
sounds like a video game. That's like
Yeah,
every video game dati, di ba?
it
Parang
gamified the
you have to face
morality.
the wall and then turn around 3 times and then get the potion.
Yeah, like stuff like that. And because I didn't play the guitar enough times, I got this awful ending, and it didn't make sense. Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
think
games
when
have come a long way though.
I don't know kung it came off more as funny for me than to Fallout 4 when you had to pick a side. Then
Oh yeah,
I picked the
Saan?
Underground Railroad side, and you just fuck
Fallout
shit up.
4.
Yeah, but it didn't hit me that much because the story stunk to the point now I'll just kill these guys.
Dude,
Like,
I killed. You kill your son in that game, and I felt nothing when I did it.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to get it over with, like sobrang maxed up, like.
I know. I think that's what happens when you make an RPG and the role playing is not well done. The game part is cool. Like in the role playing game, you made a good game, but you're not really playing a role very well, so that when it came to a moral choice, I didn't feel anything
Yeah, it just
when I had
becomes a
to.
game.
It just becomes a game.
Yeah.
Where's the
I have
role
a
playing?
I have a bunch of friends na girls who play Stardew Valley, and
Yeah.
I ask them, oh, who did you marry? It's like, no one. I fucking went in the mines and killed everything. What are you talking about, Giselle? Or like, oh, I just fucking want the money. It's like, and I think about, is it not compelling enough to date Eddie? Like, that's the first thing I want to do in a Star Harvest.
That's what I did
With
too.
Mary.
When I got
Your
married, I
friends are-
dropped the game. I stopped playing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the end goal. Like, I
Your
have a
friends are
baby
crazy,
now and a
like,
dog and a
the-
cat.
The combat is the least fun part of that game.
I know. It's like
I
what?
know, I like yung combat. But
I can't-
it's more of like, it's not, I don't know. I get why they would like it.
Yeah, I do like how Stardew Valley fulfills different needs in different players. Cause
Yeah,
who
you
did
can
you
play
marry,
any way you
Giselle? Yeah.
Forgot. Like,
I remember.
I remember your alcoholic story. I remember that.
Are you
Okay.
homeless guy?
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's not homeless. The other, not si Linus.
Ah, this is Linus.
The guy na who tries to kill himself. That was very sad.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. The that guy. And then I remember si Pam, the other alcoholic lady who's a bus driver.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
you give
yeah,
a beer to. What the fuck? Oh, I married Emily, the seamstress.
Oh, okay. How
And
did
I
her story
regretted
go?
it because
Why?
she's a fucking astrology person, and there can only be
Oh.
one astrology person in the relationship, and that's me. So she can't take over your personality of a Capricorn. Anyway,
I married I forgot her name. She's blonde. She's like the very shallow popular girl, blonde girl. She's mean to you initially.
nice.
And that's what drew me to her. Because it's like, oh, you're
Nice.
really mean. You probably have a really sad backstory. So I gave her, she likes like this
Step
really
on
calm.
me.
She likes, like, it's funny the things that the characters in Stardew Valley like. It's either some like precious stone that's really hard to get, or like a flower you can find like next to manure or something. So like she really liked this really common like flower, and I just kept giving it to her. And turns out she had like a lot of layers to her. Like she secretly wanted to get into photography, but she was worried that people wouldn't like her photos. So she was mean. She's judgmental to people first because she's afraid of getting hurt by other people's judgment, and that's why
Very
she was like
mature.
that. Yeah.
One
Who did
thing
you
that-
marry?
No. Yung girl with the purple hair and the leather jacket. What was her name? Forgot her name.
The goth one?
Yeah, the
right?
goth one. Yeah, the goth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, basic. Pero one quick thing lang na yung mature endings, like yung endings that fuck you up then.
Ooh.
It holds more weight when you play the two games actually. Kasi one is a prequel to that. Have you guys played Red Dead?
Yes.
The first one and the second one.
Oh, I played the first one.
I only played the
very
first one.
first
Red
one.
Dead. No, I
Okay.
played Red Dead Redemption. The
Yeah.
yeah.
Yung first one that was not an open world. That's the only
Red
one.
Dead Revolver. I think that's what it
Red
was
Dead
called.
Revolver ata yun.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that
Kasi
game.
it's a Red Dead, the first one, Red Dead Redemption. You die, spoilers, mamamatay si John Marston, and yung basic ending niya, yung anak mo will take revenge para sa tatay mo. Basically, you killed the sheriff who killed your dad. And it's heartbreaking kasi like si John Marston wanted a better life for his family para hindi sila matulad sa kanya. Diba? And in the end, he failed kasi his son took up what his dad did. And it hurts more when you play the game Red Dead 2, which is a prequel. Kasi there are parts there where Marston says, "Ugh, I don't want my son to live this life." Yeah, John, you don't want your son to live this life. And parang it adds more weight dun sa original one kasi you see how desperate and flawed John is. And, oh no, he failed, basically. Red Dead is a sad tale talaga.
I
Yeah.
have a question. If you're si Coppola, si Francis Ford Coppola, or si Al Pacino, and you see Rockstar making $5 billion off of yung movies mo. Kasi Vice City is just the Scarface.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
just
you have-
Scarface.
You know, it's like, it's funny. Or like,
San Andreas is just Boys in the Hood.
yeah, and it's great. Pero like, I'm excited for yung trilogy. Pero like,
Yeah, the remasters. Have you heard
I
that?
need,
Yeah.
There are
I,
a lot of tracks na hindi may include sa Vice City.
Yeah, because of
fuck
licensing
no.
issues.
I really need to. I need yung reviews first because I want the tracks. Eh.
Wait. I'm curious about this remaster. So are they gonna include elements of 5 into this remaster, or is it just
No,
no.
it's literally just the game's HDified, and it looks. I actually think it
Okay.
looks great.
No, no, they
Honestly.
updated yung aiming.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. They made the
Yeah.
aiming feel like more modern. 'Cause God, the
They
aiming in
upgraded
3 is
that.
terrible.
Pero ganun pa rin kalaki yung map. Most buildings you can't go into. Ganun pa
Yeah,
rin.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's just the. Yeah, it's just a remaster, and I don't want them to touch it. I think that's fine. Those games are big, even if it's not like
Yeah.
you
There are
know.
a couple of those were hard, like yung naging meme. Yung, all you had to do was follow the goddamn train.
Damn
CJ."
trained. Yeah.
And also the
All
part
you
where
had to
you
do-
drive where you fucking drive a helicopter, so Vice City, yung toy helicopter. That mission sucked, dude.
All of the missions suck, but it's a great game. I don't know
It
why.
It's just the
I
open
love
world
I love
sandbox.
San Andreas. I don't think I
San
ever
Andreas.
played 3 talaga na properly. So like
I
Fucking, what I loved about San Andreas is my weapon mastery. So when you get it up to the point, pwede ka mag dual wield. So sobrang overpowered yung dual wielded sawed-off shotguns. You just fuck shit up, dude.
you go to the gym,
Yeah,
magpalaki
you
ka ng
get
katawan.
shacked.
Those games are good. Pero like can't they have billions of dollars. Can't they just put in all of the tracks that I want?
I think it's a bit harder than that. There's like a lot of more. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It's something about like legal reasons. I don't know what it is honestly. Because those
Maybe
songs are
because
old.
they have yeah, because maybe they have billions of dollars. Maybe I can ask for more money. Maybe that's all.
Oh, maybe. I
Yeah,
actually
they should
I
give
think
it.
I think they're I think they're adding new songs to replace the songs that are getting removed. I think because I heard a
Or the
rumor
Weezer covers, they should fucking kill themselves.
they just
because
replaced
they
them with the
Weezer.
cover. No, because I saw this news thing that like Snoop Dogg is willing to re-record new songs for San Andreas, like stuff like that.
Wait, but it's coming out. So did he do it or not?
I don't know. I don't know if he did it or not.
Okay.
Maybe he did. He probably did. He's a gamer, that guy.
Um, have you played a game that parang tries too hard to be mature? I think a lot of Rockstar game. Actually, honestly, Rockstar games are pretty mature, and like I know they're edge lordy sometimes, but like they're really good. Like Manhunt was amazing in the sense that parang that's a real horror game. You know?
Yeah.
Trying too hard to be edgy. There's a lot of that. First thought being Splatterhouse, but it was meant to be campy. How about Lollipop
Yeah.
Chainsaw? How about Lollipop Chainsaw? That tried a
Do
bit
you
too
like
hard.
that game?
Um,
Yeah, but that's Suda 51. Eh. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You can get away with shit when you when you're the quirky developer. Like, oh, that was on purpose.
or when you're Japanese.
I
So-
put
You're
in-
Japanese.
I
when you
put
have
in
when you have a
references to
number in your name.
Jodorowsky and wrestling moves.
Oh
Just,
yeah. Oh, Giselle will hate me for this, but I hated the inside. Inside pala.
Yeah,
You played
they
Inside.
like Inside.
Actually, yung naging blob, yung nag-form na kayo ng blob.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was
like
good.
I was
like
gonna
that
say nga kanina na I think. So like sa Metroid, you have subpar shooting or really good vibes. Tapos I think Inside
Limbo.
and Limbo actually carried over yung idea of moody ano ta? What do you call this? Moody platformers with puzzle solving. I like Inside. You just hate anything that tries to make a message. Like it's just a running theme with you. Honestly, it's like we bang out so much. It's like I don't want to watch Get Out because I don't think black people have rights. That's not exactly that. It's more like I don't want them to tell me what I know.
Yeah. And then with Limbo, medyo justified kasi floating jumping. That's a pretty decent.
It's like you're in limbo. That's why the jumping is floaty. I guess that was my
I
theory.
like Inside because of the visuals. Alam mo yun?
You know what a
And
game
like-
that I like yung story na medyo edgy, na may message, but I never played it. I know the story. Yung Brave, you know Brave, the platformer.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I
yung
played Brave. I
contrabida.
played Brave. Yeah.
What's
And
Brave?
what fuck?
I love. No, it's not Brave. What's it? No, that's the freaking Pixar movie. Braid. You're talking about Braid.
Braid.
Braid
Braid.
fucking sucks.
I knew you were gonna hate it.
so cool.
Pretentious.
It's so cool. Like when
It's
you
fucking pretentious. It puts
How
some
is it-
fucking references to Atom Bomb just to muddy. It's a horrible writ. I love Joe Blow, yung designer nun, but he doesn't know how to write. Like,
dude,
actually.
I like-
dude. Hear me out.
You're fucking forgetting yung parts na he put in, like, I'm making the atom bomb and I'm using big words because I read Infinite Jest. Like, fuck.
No. If you play that game in reverse, Giselle, if you,
No, that's stupid. That's
you're
just there's-
chasing. You're chasing after the girl.
No, that's just one part of the game. But the whole game is not about. It's not about a breakup. It's about creation. He kept saying that. He actually went through blogs just to reply to people.
How about dun sa inside
you
yung
don't
naging blob kayo? Oh, kasi we're the masses par rebelling against people. Oh, shut up.
It's
It's like-
not. Braid is not about a breakup. Braid is about creation.
I feel like
He literally
I f-
went to blogs to fight about to fight people na parang you don't understand what I wrote. Like, that's
do
the
you
guy.
subscribe to the thought, the notion that like when an artist makes art and then the consumer or the fan has a different interpretation of that art, that interpretation is also valid because of how people have different views on certain subjects, especially with art
No.
being such a subjective medium.
No, kasi
I'm
that
fine with
artist made that with a specific point of view. I don't know. Like you argument, oh, this looks like a 6, this looks like a 9. Pero dude, I meant it to be a 9, so it's not a 6.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair answer. I actually like
No.
that answer.
No, like if it's framed na parang I didn't mean to be transphobic, so fuck your feelings. Come on. You have to fucking up. If your words have meaning, you have to take the good with the bad. It's just that. Ganon. I'm not arguing na yung validity of Braid as a game. I think it's mechanically great. I just think he's a shit writer.
Okay.
I think I'm talking about yung literal writing, and I'm talking about
Okay.
yung parang insistence of muddying up yung story. Look, I played all of his games. I look forward to his games.
How many games does he have? I thought he only had 2 games.
He has 2 games, pero I played the fuck out of those. Pero like I really did not like yung. It's just this. It's so hard then kasi it's unfair because it's such
No,
an
I think
early
I
indie
think
game.
what it is
But,
that you hate about Jonathan Blow's writing is that he purposefully put red herrings. He put 3 stories essentially. He put 3 stories into his game, and then the other 2 stories are there just to like make it confusing on purpose, which isn't really
No, it's
clever.
not the
'Cause-
confusing part. It's so basic eh. It's more of purple prose na hindi niya naiintindihan. I also listen to sa mga YouTube talks niya, like yung game design stuff. Like he's a huge influence sa akin. Like as a game designer, like kami nung programmer friend ko, we love the guy. Pero like, I like yung politics niya. Pero when it gets down to yung writing, just yung base writing, it's terrible. Ganon. Like if you want a better version of Braid, you gotta play yung Basement Collection ni Edmund Macmillan. He's a good game designer and a good writer without having to clunky it up. Ganon.
Is he the guy
Like-
that made Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
If you want like a good storyteller na isn't. I just think si Joe Blow is shooting way above what he can do. Pero it's fine kasi like you need those guys and he's just pretty successful naman. Come on,
about-
Andren, you did
Did
not
you
like
like-
Braid.
Did you like Detroit Become Human? How about you, River?
That's a stupid game.
I never
That
played
is-
Detroit Become Human, but I like the atmosphere and I like what it's trying to do. I just don't think that what's his name? What's his face? The guy who made
It's
Heavy Rain.
Uwe Boll.
He's basically the Uwe Boll of like video games in terms of writing at least. He's good at setting a tone. He's good at making the atmosphere.
Wait.
But his
I have to
stories
ask
are
you,
so on the
Andren. I have
nose.
to ask you, Andrew, did you even get through Braid? Like, did
No,
you
I just watched-
did you just
I-
watch?
I watched
I
YouTube
love
lately.
how
Because
I
it's
watched
fucking
YouTube.
hard.
Yeah.
I never finished the game myself.
My mind just got blown when you play it in reverse. You're chasing after the girl.
So you did not go through yung levels. it's fucking it's I like that part. I like that part. You did not play the game? You just watched
I don't
it?
play. I just watch it play.
Oh my god, putana.
I played the game, but I didn't finish it either. There were like mentions of like a lover leaving him, and also the atomic bomb. So I was a bit confused. And then I watched the ending because I couldn't beat the part where you have the engagement ring
I
and
had
time slows
to.
down.
I mean, I really do like it's his whole point of like game design is games are meaningless, pero they have meaning. It's that parang like the
It's very
oyster
Hotline
time, the indie
Miami.
films. Kind of, I don't know. Ganun.
I like when a mature game, it's like at on first glance, on first brush, it feels like the quote unquote mature game in terms of like like Leisure Suit Larry or like those violent crass games. So they're just doing that for shock value. But
Blockbuster
then
games.
as you play the game, it actually it's deeper than you think. And I mentioned Hotline Miami, and I feel like an example of that, where like it's a hyper violent top down shooter, but it actually has more to say. But when you just see it in first glance, you think it's just gonna be like a violent game, but there's actually has
So
more
fucking
to it.
You guys should watch yung docu of the making of that. When you see those two guys, they're like they look like their game. They're two
They
Norwegian
look
dudes.
just like the pixel
Yeah.
art, and I feel like another example would be like GTA,
They talk like their
the
game.
GTA games too. They, but like when I was a kid growing up, when I see the GTA games, I always assumed that they're just like a rowdy playground where you can like let loose and be crazy and you can do crazy violent shit. But I never knew that it had a story. Like as a kid, I just assumed it was just a sandbox game. But the stories are actually really sad and really mature, especially like I like how Five is just it tries to be like a satire of living in California, living in LA, and how like the people there are like fake people and so on.
But then it became a satire. It like it sobrang deadpan kasi yung actual morality of like they make so much money off of it that they actually
I
became the thing
know.
that they're criticizing. I mean, di ba?
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
di ba? Parang criticizing
They're like
capitalism for like you're
yeah.
the highest grossing IP at this point.
Yeah, dude, they're releasing GTA 5 to PS5.
Like
They
imagine
are.
making imagine making a 100-hour game. Tapos yung whole point of the game is like games shouldn't be long.
I would play the hell out of that game if that existed.
Imagine a 100-hour game and it's a platformer. That would be great. A 60-hour platformer.
Oh, freaking no! That exists. I played it.
What?
What
There's
is that? Is
there's
that
this game
Hollow
called
Knight? I think that's Hollow Knight.
no, not Hollow Knight. That's not really a platformer. I mean, it has
It's more-
platforming elements, but there's this game that's genuinely like a pure
platformer.
platform. There's a game called N Plus. Have you played that game? N Plus.
What?
Okay.
You
Okay, I
you're
know
a
that. I
yeah.
haven't
It's
played it
literally it's just a platformer, but there's like 1,000 levels. It's amazing too. It's a great platformer. But obviously, I never beat it. But it's a really good game. You play a ninja who is dying of poison, and you have to beat the level before you die of your poison, and that's the whole game. It's really good.
I miss yung early era platformers ng indies na short levels pero there's like a rhythm sa levels.
The only
Super Meat Boy.
yeah, so
Yeah, ganun.
exactly. That's the only platformer, quote unquote, hard platformer I've ever played. Was Rayman hard? Was a PS1?
Yeah,
Never have it
Rayman
hard
is
back
freaking
then.
hard. The
Rayman's-
first one. My God.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Actually, I had to use game. And then a Game Shark cheat.
Uh, I hate how hard the first Rayman is because you look at
Oh.
the art style.
So
It looks
good.
like
It looks so good. It looks
looks like-
good.
you know those putt like preschool games.
Mhm.
It looks like that. It looks like a Club Penguin game, like those like baby games. But it's like balls to the wall hard. I don't know why.
One
I have
more-
not finished yung first Rayman.
Yeah, I kind of.
Me neither. I never finished
Yeah.
it.
You ever think si
Before-
Klonoa si Rayman had sex?
Klonoa.
You know what? I love
That game
Klonoa.
stunk.
Dude.
Klonoa.
I
so
liked
fascinating.
how it looked, but I don't think I ever really played
I
it.
love that
It's-
game.
it's
But then again,
2.5D. It's
yeah,
2.5D. It's so you're kind of like I can't even explain it.
I know you're
It's
moving. You can only move left and right, but the world moves in 3 dimensions.
yes.
So like,
It's
yeah,
like Animal Crossing pero side view.
yeah,
Ganun ba?
basically. But it had a really depressing story.
Did
You,
it?
you guys you guys know the ending of that game?
No, ano yung ending niya?
So throughout the game, you're trying to save this prince, right? And then it turns out that the prince was cursed to live in a dream world. So the world that
Okay.
you live in, your grandfather dies in the beginning, and it's really sad. Everyone that you loved was all this dream, and Klonoa was like this hero that the prince dreams of to save him from his nightmares when he was a kid. So when you save the prince, you cease to exist, and then your world is nothing, and the only person left is Klonoa in this like dark void. Um, because he
Damn.
saved the prince, his job was done. So now there's no point to Klonoa anymore. He doesn't need that hero figure to save him in his dreams, and that's the end of the game.
That's kind of like yung first Prince of Persia, pero like sad.
Yeah, basically.
Kasi the first Prince of Persia, it just he time traveled all the way at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Nothing
So it's like kind
happens.
of cute, na parang it's a
Yeah.
meet cute. Pero that's fucking sad.
I know. It
Isn't
was
that
like a movie.
FF10 then? Like he's just a dream.
Yeah, and then
Is that how-
you get
yeah,
imprisoned in the dream.
Yeah, like what's his name, Titus or whatever.
Titus.
He was like he's
So
dreamt
ano
up.
kinalaman ng kanyang rabbit ears na may hands?
Yeah,
The
actually.
rabbit ears. That's
Yeah,
what he
what-
uses to like grab enemies. You can like grab enemies, use them
And
as
float.
platforms, or
Yeah.
float, or throw them. It's fun. It's like Kirby, but you don't copy powers.
Speaking of sad endings, this just reminded me of a sad ending. Have you watched Doraemon the movie?
Oh, which one? The 3D
I
one?
know how it ends.
Yeah, in the 3D one where he marries yung childhood crush niya, where Suneo marries the girl in the end, and they go to the future to see what will happen. And dun sa future, wala parati si Doraemon. And then,
Oh.
imaginary friend lang pala niya si Doraemon.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
the end.
different from yung nabasa ko sa like there's like this manga, di ba, na parang he
Okay.
eventually invents si Doraemon kasi he dies kasi he doesn't have yung cat ears niya, which were his batteries. He had a
Okay.
set time. So he died. So eventually si Nobita grows up to invent si Doraemon, and it's like a time loop.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
This is
But I
different.
don't know if that's like an actual
No,
if
I
that's
think
the
the
actual
canon-
manga or
the
if just a
canon is
fan thing.
different, Oh, I don't know. That's a
Okay.
good idea. I like that. God.
Any closing thoughts? Any prayers?
I don't know.
Spiritfarer?
Oh yeah, that's a mature game. That's another mature game.
Closing statements.
Bioshock?
You don't like it. For a person who's like, you don't like the ending of that, man.
Si
Sick
Joe
ass,
Blow
man.
hated Bioshock, by the way. Part of that, yung creator ng Braid, like heavily criticized Bioshock, the first one.
What is
You know what I
it?
don't like about BioShock? And I like the game overall, but I don't like how they give you. There's this whole choice where like harvest the little sister or don't do that. I the only one that was like, this is a non-choice. Of course, I'm not gonna harvest the little sister.
No, like
Was I
yung
the only
friend ko na babae, si Mix, was like, I fucking harvested all those girls. Just say, this is a game.
Okay,
I
fair enough.
I want bees to shoot out of my hands.
But you get some of the Atom anyway, even if you don't harvest them, and you get enough that you can eventually get all the plasmids at the end of the game. So it's not really a deterrent.
I
That's-
think because it leans so hard into its morality na parang choices shit. I think Pokemon actually did it better na parang it's like it's a fun adventure, and the most important thing is is an idea na you're traveling you're a traveler, you're a kid.
Growing
It's
as
the
a-
vibes of visiting different and it doesn't tell you, it doesn't it's not leaning into parang Pokemon should kill each other. Alam mo yun? Pero like sa BioShock, it's like um
Yeah, because
capitalism.
Pokemon don't die there; they faint.
Yeah, they fail.
Yeah, you know, it's like
But they
I
do
think
die canonically.
What?
Yeah, in Pokemon X and Y, the story of that is that there was this great Pokemon war where people use Pokemons as weapons.
Hell yeah!
And
well,
there
That's
Pokemon do die kasi may
sick
ghost
ass.
type. So like, diba?
Yeah,
Like
they
that's
die,
the
yeah.
first one. I have
And-
never played a
No,
Pokemon.
I mean in
but I
game,
know.
in game. I mean,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
I know they're dead. Like you
Yeah.
know the Cubone one. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Like
that's still fucked up to this day.
it's fucked up. Like
It's
they were the
wild.
dead mom skulls, and it fuses to their.
Imagine
And they
wearing your
evolve into
mom's
Marowak.
skull.
Is the guy who made BioShock, meron pa siya wife and kids? Is he
Yeah, I
happy?
think so. I hope so.
Well,
But
kasi
still,
yung ending ng first BioShock is
Ken
like, oh, I
Levine,
have
that
children
was his
now,
name,
and I'm
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
And then
infinite.
And then in Infinite, it's about taking care of a teenage daughter
Yeah.
in a way. So it's like the next stage of that.
I,
The next one, it's some MILF. But
I
Bioshock
It's,
Infinite 2.
have to go back sa BioShock Infinite someday. Ganun. It's just,
Ah,
Okay,
okay,
I think that's
that's been our show.
start
Oh.
strong, peter out. That's
Yeah.
Peter out. Wait, no. Final thoughts. What's the most childish game that you know? Starring Andren.
childish game that I know. Fucking Call of Duty, pare. Every Call of Duty multiplayer game. Kasi people in the chat, pare, are racist, homophobes, pare, who think that they can get away with it. Palibas at, I can't see my player. Pero yeah, Call of Duty, it's a game for assholes, pare.
By childish, I didn't think you were talking about like the community because I had an answer in mind. I was gonna say Saints Row 4, but if we're talking community, right now, the MOBA scene is pretty childish, I guess.
Sa Pokemon,
amazing.
yung Pokemon game, yung may
amazing
mga
that
assholes,
Unite-
ba?
Unite, there are assholes if you look hard enough. Like if you go to like the Facebook groups and whatnot,
Yes, I do.
obviously. But they protect you. Nintendo protects you. There's no chat in the game. There's no voice chat. So
Man, I
Wait.
love Unite.
I
Kasi I
love it.
win all the time.
I'm so
Dalas
good at
kong
that game, I
MVP.
can't play
And it's just I'm gonna shoot. What's the most childish
Who do you
game?
use?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Like I think every game kind of tries hard enough. You know, maybe Solitaire. It's not childish.
That's the most adult. That's the most mature game. 'Cause it
Actually,
shows
that
at the end of the day you're gonna be alone. That's what it's trying to say.
actually that's true. That's the most adult game because you're gonna be alone, and it's just the reward is like yung screensaver.
Yeah.
That's been. Join us next week on Thursday on Gaming Gamers. Thank you. It's always Thursdays na, not Tuesdays. Thank you. And meron ba show, Andren? Is there like
I'm on break for a while. Just watch me, Bago Matulog with Red, every Wednesday.
Nice.
Thank you. Ikaw, River. How about any podcasts and shit?
I might get another guest for my podcast next week, but I'm not sure yet. But probably not because I'm probably just gonna be playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 until I lose all sense of morality. So yeah.
Next week I might bring back panel show, and I'm gonna have one of the writers ng 13, si Mick Vergara. He also did yung Patentero, and si Rob Cham, and I'm gonna yell at them about Evangelion Rebuild.
Nice.
Kasi that's what it's been building up to. Thank you and good night.